Hey, welcome into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee, the show that takes a look at Giles, Lawrence, and Maury counties, all from the pages of your local newspapers. I'm Scott Stewart, publisher of the Lawrence County Advocate, the Pulaski Citizen, and Main Street Maury. Those are your local newspapers. Make sure to get a copy of your local newspaper sent to you each week with a subscription, and here's how you do it. You can get your subscription to your local newspaper, the Pulaski Citizen, Lawrence County Advocate, and Main Street Maury, sent right to your mailbox or right to your computer, right there on your desktop, on your computer, or your tablet. Here's how you do it. Visit PulaskiCitizen.com, MainStreetMaury.com, LawrenceCountyAdvocate.net, or you can call 931-363-3544. You can call 615-452-4940. Or you can call 931-762-1726. All those websites, all those phone numbers will get you hooked up to who you need to speak to or what you need to do in order to get your subscription to your local newspaper. Now, let's get our weekly wrap started with Pulaski Citizen. The Pulaski Citizen this week features Susie Bates, whose photo graces the top and center of our front page. The Citizen Wrap starts this week with the selection of the new Giles County Sheriff, and that is Joe Purvis, and congratulations to Joe, who was selected by the County Commission to serve out the term of former Sheriff Kyle Helton. The City of Pulaski is looking to improve its ISO insurance rating. The Minor Hill Turkey Shoot is Saturday. On the front this week, we celebrate Richland's playoff win and look forward to this week's quarterfinal game at McKenzie. More about that also in sports. And finally, on this week's front page, Elkton has announced its second annual Tinsel Trail coming up. Inside, Giles County EMS is seeking to fill an ambulance with toys that can be benefit those in need this Christmas. The school board hears renovation updates. Trey Donovan shares his Thanksgiving jazz playlist because no Thanksgiving playlist is complete without a jazz playlist, right? Thank you to Trey for that. Margaret Campbell helps you with your Thanksgiving meal prep. The Williams Branch Giles, Daughters of the American Revolution, have been cleaning up and donating books. We got some pictures with that. Cooper is our GCHA Pet of the Week, and we've got the Minor Hill School Honor Roll. And as always, Pulaski Citizen has obituary notices, court docket, property transfers, government public notices, backward glances, the weather forecast from Tennessee Valley Weather, fun and games, church directory, community briefs, and church briefs. And now, here's Wade Neely with that sports I was telling you about.
What's up, folks? Wade Neely here, sports editor at the Pulaski Citizen. Time now for a look at what's in print and what's online for the November 20th edition of the Pulaski Citizen sports page. Our top story, could it be anything else? The Richland Raiders have yet to be scored upon. The Richland Raiders have yet to be eliminated. They keep rolling their way through the Class A state playoffs after another shutout victory, this time 35-0, resounding victory over McEwen Friday night at Wayne Hobbs Stadium. Mark Mize was on the scene, part of our Pulaski Citizen Live broadcast. A reminder, if you've not done so, go back and listen to Mark and Dillamanus with the call as they bring you each and every single Raider broadcast throughout the course of the season. You can go back and listen to those. Make sure you download our Mixler app and search PCL Richland. But Mark has your story on that, and what a night it was. We also have coverage on the front page of the Pulaski Citizen this week as Jake Sands was a one-man wrecking crew, accounting for 4 touchdowns, including a 90-yard kickoff return to get things started. So Richland takes care of McEwen, a team that entered. Both teams had matching 8-3 records, but it's Richland on top of McEwen, and what a win it was for the Raiders. Setting the stage now, Richland will get ready to hit the road for the first time in nearly 2 months as the Raiders will travel over to McKenzie, the number 1 seed, opposite them in the TSSAA state playoffs. It will be a daunting road, to say the least. But the good news is that if Richland wins that game, they are 1 step closer to Chattanooga and a potential state championship game berth. So make sure you check that out. Looking forward to doing that one on Friday. Yours truly will join Mark Mize on Friday night for our broadcast coverage of that one now that Giles County has been eliminated. A little bit of a spoiler there, but as you rotate into B2 this week, Giles County did drop a slugfest at Meigs County. This was a game that lived up to the rematch and then some from last year, as GCHS had knocked out Meigs in the quarterfinals a year ago, but they fell short 24-21 in a road contest last Friday night. Meigs stunned Giles County early. They got an onside kick. They scored a touchdown. They recovered after GCHS was forced to punt. They recovered nicely and drove right down the field and made it 10-0. Giles County, though, rallied, made it 10-7. And again, Giles County trailing 17-7 at halftime, trimmed that deficit. So there were 3 different occasions that Giles County was down double digits and made it a close game. But in the end, that one extra possession probably proved to be the difference, as Meigs, with that de facto onside kick to start the game, was too much. So Giles County, we bid adieu to the Bobcats. They finished the year 6-6. It is the first time in 3+ seasons that Giles County will not advance to the state semifinals. And it was a hard-fought game. Same deal as Richland. You can go back and download the Mixler app and search PCL GCHS. Chris Bledsoe and I, we braved the elements all night long to bring you that one Friday. And the Bobcats, a true tip of the cap to David O'Connor, the coaching staff, and especially all of the Bobcat players and seniors for such a fun season this year. So we say farewell to one team. We still have one more to go. Other words in the Pulaski Citizen this week, as always, some fishermen don't spare the rod. That's all I'm going to say about that. But make sure you check out Woody's Woods and Waters as we get you another installment of a column from our good friend Larry Woody. And also, big news last Friday up in Linville as Shelby Higgins, the standout senior for the Lady Raider basketball team, she committed and now eventually has signed her letter of intent to play at the NCAA Division II level, where she will travel to UVA Wise next year. So she had a lot of friends and family on hand and had a lot of great support staff around her to help make that commitment process complete. So congrats to Shelby. Congrats to the Lady Raiders who tip off their season, if you will, this week. So make sure you read about all that in print. At the very bottom on the back page, I'm stuck in second place. That's the bad news for me. The good news for you is if you pick perfect in this week's Fearless Forecasters, you can win $1,100. All you got to do is pick every single college football game perfect this week. No pro games as we get ready for an early deadline for Thanksgiving. So you get a little bit of a reprieve. If college is your game, you're in luck. It's all college all week long. We got some good ones there. Mark Mize still sits in first place. Yours truly in second. But again, if you pick perfect, you will win $1,100. If you don't pick perfect, you can win a great Christmas ornament and Christmas goodie basket courtesy of our friends at the Giles County Chamber. So make sure you check all that out in print. And if you missed any of that, you can see it online at PulaskiCitizen.com. Wade Neely saying so long for now, and we will see you next week.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Well, we went all out for you this year, didn't we, little girl? Yep, we got you what you wanted with all the bells and whistles.
A brand new car?
Let's go check it out. Come on. We're here.
Oh my gosh, we're going to the garage. I got a car.
Yep, let's get in here. Let me show you what's going on.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Duggar, got your 18 SEER heat pump with the ultraviolet home treatment system.
I cannot believe it. Thank you.
Yes! Give the gift of clean air this year. Merry Christmas from the Busy Bee family.
He shoots, and he scores!
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Experience more than 1,000 all-new, handcrafted lanterns, towering creatures, magical worlds, and a North Pole village. At the center of it all, the Smashville Ice Rink. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
The Advocate Wrap starts this week with an article from last week's Lawrenceburg City Council meeting, and there's a lot of good information in this article, a lot going on in the city, so it's really good to read, including a reminder to Lawrenceburg residents not to rake your leaves into the street or to the curb. They'd like you to bag your leaves, and there's more about that in the article right there at the top of A1. Also on the front page is the article from Sandy Mashburn about the quick response out at New Prospect Elementary School. And the staff there's quick response to save the life of a woman in the car line. Amazing story. We've got a photo on the front page this week of last week's Veterans Day parade. And there's also more photos inside from Sandy Mashburn. Finally, on A1, we have the sad news that a woman who was the subject of a TBI silver alert back on November 10th, she was found dead in her vehicle just a few days later, and we've got that. Inside, locations are being sought for new solid waste collection centers. The Lawrence County Chamber reminds us all to shop and dine local this holiday season. Loretta court costs are on the rise. Lawrence County Fire and Rescue had training recently. We've got photos from that. Trey Donovan shares his movies to help you endure holiday strife. And that's just in time for holiday strife, right? Thank you, Trey. The Southern Tennessee Regional Health System, Lawrenceburg, has earned the grade of A for hospital safety from the Leap for All group for the year 2024. And the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce has launched its local 2025 National Civics Bee competition. Well, there's not a lot to report in sports this week, but we do have a photo of the fall soccer U16 champions. We've got that photo. And as if I had to tell any deer hunter out there, just in case you forgot, Saturday, November 23rd, we've got an article that declares that day as the opening of gun season for deer hunting across Tennessee. That's good news for the deer hunter, and bad news for the deer, right? If you haven't noticed, our Fearless Forecasters jackpot is up to $1,300. That's the first person to get them all right wins the $1,300. And AJ Good, who helps us cover our local high school teams, holds on to that first spot with a one-game lead over Wade Neely, who is our Pulaski Citizen sports editor, and he's also co-host of Main Street Sports Today. If you ever see that on any of our channels, that's Wade Neely. He is his second. AJ took first from him a couple of weeks ago, but Wade closed the gap. There's a one-game gap between them. Hey, everybody needs to buckle up. We got bowl games coming up. We got playoff games coming up. All kinds of fun with that Fearless Forecasters. And that money is still out there available, so make sure you pick up your copy and enter the contest. And as always, Lawrence County Advocate has community announcements, government notices, auctions and estate sales, puzzles, the forecast from Tennessee Valley Weather, and the local church directory. And finally, Cash is our FOCA pet of the week. You can see Cash right there on page A2. And that's it for this week's Lawrence County Advocate Wrap. Make sure you get your copy today at markets across the county or by subscription by visiting lawrencecountyadvocate.net or calling 931-762-1726. We'll be right back after this.
He shoots. And he scores!
Well, we went all out for you this year, didn't we, little girl? Yep, we got you what you wanted with all the bells and whistles.
A brand new car?
Let's go check it out. Come on. We're here.
Oh my gosh, we're going to the garage. I got a car.
Yep, let's get in here. Let me show you what's going on.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Duggar, got your 18 series heat pump with the ultraviolet home treatment system.
I cannot believe it. Thank you.
Yes! Give the gift of clean air this year. Merry Christmas from the Busy Bee family.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Experience more than 1,000 all-new, handcrafted lanterns, towering creatures, magical worlds, and a North Pole village. At the center of it all, the Smashville Ice Rink. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Hi, I'm your Columbia reporter Andrew Pearson, and this is the Main Street Maury Wrap for the week of November 20th. On the front page, County Commissioner Ray Jeter criticized the county's go-to construction company, Hewlett Spencer, for its latest incomplete job, the County Ag Extension building at Yenali Park, which has no parking lot. Hewlett Spencer defended themselves by pointing out that the Ag Extension building was planned for a different site and then moved to the Yenali, which added another $200,000 in costs to a fixed budget. The Spring Hill Planning Commission signed off on plans to build an airport off Jim Warren Road. The hope is to attract businesses to set up their headquarters, which require airport access in the town. Columbia swore in this year's members of the Mayor's Youth Council last Thursday. The council gives valuable leadership experience to the high school students serving on it, and it brings the needs of Columbia's citizens, especially students, to the attention of the city. The Maury County School District reported a high school graduation rate of 92.1% in 2023-24, the same rate as the state of Tennessee that year and the county's highest ever. The county commission literally applauded the news and congratulated the administration. Local firefighters from the county and city departments shared stories from their time doing search and rescue in Unicoi County after the hurricane. The hours were long, the work was hard, and the devastation was difficult to stomach. But the firefighters said they also saw some of the best of humanity, not only there among the rescuers and locals, but also among the people back in Maury County who sent money, supplies, and prayers. They urge people to keep helping and investing in the area, which hasn't yet recovered by a long sight. In the rest of the A pages, we've got photos from Columbia's second annual Veterans Day Parade. Maury Regional netted $11,000 from a fundraiser dance to fight breast cancer. And the Grecian Restaurant in Spring Hill will give out free Thanksgiving dinners again around lunchtime on November 28th. God bless them. And we have obituaries, events, coupons, and more in the first half of our paper this week. Everything except sports. Let's go to Maurice Patton for those.
Hey, I'm Maurice Patton, sports editor at Main Street Maury, appearing in this week's print edition, the November 20th print edition of Main Street Maury. We've got high school football playoff action as Columbia Academy continues to advance in the Division 2A bracket with another big win, this time against visiting Trinity Christian. Coverage of that in this week's Main Street Maury. Also coverage of a coaching change in the process of being made at Independence as Scott Stewart was dismissed after 3 seasons with the Eagles. Take a look at that as well. The TSSAA has assigned new districts and new regions for the 2025-26 school year and beyond. We've got coverage of where our local teams will fall next year, including the new Battle Creek. Give you a hint. They and Spring Hill are going to get to know each other really well. Scholarship signings as the recruiting period opened last week. We had a few folks make it official where they will be playing collegiately. Independence's Tylen Lewis is headed to Abilene Christian out in Texas for hoops. Two-time state championship game appearance for Tylen, coming home with the gold ball last year. He and the Eagles did, so coverage of that. Columbia Academy two-way softball standout Anna Brewer is headed to Stanford of the Atlantic Coast Conference. Let that marinate. And Zion Christian's Marley McWilliams will play junior college ball down at Shelton State on the diamond. Again, coverage of those signings. Also, we've got high school state playoff brackets for our area, well, of area interest, I guess. Class 6A, Class 5A, Class 2A, and Division 2A. Updated brackets there. Mostradamus gives you his picks for this weekend's playoff games. You can see those in print. And we've got some high school basketball box scores as action on the hardwood has gotten underway for some of our local teams. It gets official for everybody this week. We've got a schedule in this week's print edition as well. And Columbia Academy men's and women's basketball, big win over the weekend. We've got coverage of that, particularly the 24th ranked Chargers, number 24 in the country, according to the National Junior College Athletic Association's poll. So coverage of their sweep of visiting Pellissippi State from over the weekend in print this week. Coming up on Main Street Maury, between now and our Thanksgiving edition, we will have coverage of Santa Fe and Summit boys basketball action to open the season. We'll also have coverage of Donaldson Christian and Columbia Academy in this week's state semifinal action in D2A. And we will have preview caps since everybody will have played by the time these run, unfortunately. We'll be getting up boys and girls basketball preseason capsules as well as area wrestling capsules. So be sure and look for all of that on the website, mainstreetmaury.com, and in next week's print edition of Main Street Maury. Again, I'm Maurice Patton, sports editor at Main Street Maury. We'll see y'all next week.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Happy Wednesday to you. I'm Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast. We have maybe a few clouds today, but more sunshine compared to yesterday, but we are also much cooler compared to yesterday. Temperatures starting off in the 40s and lower 50s, eventually making way for just the upper 50s this afternoon. We'll have a breeze out of the north with gusts up to 25 miles an hour possible. So there will be a cold chill in the air, but hey, at least we will be sunny and dry. For tonight, expect temperatures to get down to very chilly into the mid 30s. and with a wind chill value potentially into the 20s. So it will be a very cold overnight and start to your Thursday. But hey, we will have the sunshine for the rest of the week, with just a few clouds here and there, but we will have breezy conditions both today and tomorrow. Very chilly for Friday. Temperatures only reaching the upper 40s, and low temperatures getting close to freezing, if not into the freezing threshold for tonight, Thursday night, Friday night, and even Saturday night. Quite chilly as well, but air temperatures start to warm up for the afternoon heading into the second half of the weekend.
Well, that's it for Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee this week. Make sure you get a copy of your local newspaper online or your traditional newspaper so you don't miss a minute of all the local coverage that we've got lined up for you as we move into the holiday season and into the cold winter. For more information on subscribing to any of our local newspapers, visit mainstreetmediatn.com. And again, we want to thank you guys. You trust us every week, and we thank you for that with your sports, your news, your information. And good Lord willing, we're going to be right back here next week on Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee.
He shoots, and he scores!
Well, we went all out for you this year, didn't we, little girl? Yep, we got you what you wanted with all the bells and whistles.
A brand new car?
Let's go check it out. Come on. We're here.
Oh my gosh, we're going to the garage. I got a car.
Yep, let's get in here. Let me show you what's going on.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Duggar, got your 18 series heat pump with your ultraviolet home treatment system.
I cannot believe it. Thank you.
Yes! Give the gift of clean air this year. Merry Christmas from the Busy Bee family.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Experience more than 1,000 all-new, handcrafted lanterns, towering creatures, magical worlds, and a North Pole village. At the center of it all, the Smashville Ice Rink. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.